for me, as someone who was privileged to participate in the planning and design process, seeing this realized is kind of like a dream coming to reality, right? Because when we started in 2013, this was, just a concept. We are standing in front of the new Temple University main library, named for donor Steve Charles, the Charles Library, which will be completed late spring, early summer of 2019. And at this point next year, we will be moving into the building and ready to operate there. This is sort of the grand architectural statement of the building, this sort of archway that kind of calls you in. It gives way to a big central atrium, which is going to be clad in wood, and it is really designed to call your attention and invite you into the space. One aspect of the staircase, and actually the other staircases, and the overlooking areas on the floor above, is that they're not going to be closed in, and you'll be able to sit at the second floor level and the third floor level and look down into this open space. So it's a really transparent building that will have, that virtue of people being able to feel like they're connected to the activity around them. Right now I'm standing at the threshold of the Automated Storage and Retrieval System, the ASRS, a series of robotically controlled cranes that are driven by a database that will store about 90% of the physical materials that will be in this building. And the unique feature of this approach to storage is that it greatly compresses the amount of floor space that it requires to store books. So right now I'm standing above what will be the 24-hour study area of the building, which will also connect to a cafe space. The entrance into this will be at the intersection of Leocoris and Paulette, which is right behind me. When the main library closes, the 24/7 space will be available for study by students any time of the day or night. So we're now standing on the third floor of the building. This is another space where you can look over into the dome in the main lobby area. It's going to be, in many ways, the most innovative space in the building. It's what we're calling the Scholars Studio. And this space will have an innovation facility that our naming donor Steve Charles is very interested in, because it brings together students and faculty from across the schools and colleges to work collaboratively. So this is the fourth floor of the building, and the most distinguishing feature of this floor is actually one of the signature elements of the building, which is that it's entirely clad in glass, and it will let light come in, and actually the light will spill through the opening of the oculus, which is just to my north. This will be the floor where we have traditional book stacks for people to browse, and also it will open out onto a large public terrace that overlooks the main campus and the bell tower. With every day that goes by with construction, you get a deeper and deeper sense of that concept turning into a real physical facility that will be used by our students kind of every day on campus. One of its goals is to inspire a sense of connection with both the educational mission of this institution and the value that we place as an institution on the quality of the learning environment our students experience.